Good morning from the main station in Bremen, Germany, and this morning I'm catching a train to Cologne, otherwise known as Köln in German. I'm going on an intercity train, and Köln can be a problem for the unwary because intercity trains use two different stations. Most go to the Hauptbahnhof, the main station, but there is another one which could catch you out. And in case you're wondering why I said Köln instead of Cologne, I do habitually use the local pronunciation of place names where I can say it or where I know it. But I have subscribers and regular viewers in the Netherlands and other countries, so they would know that. And this is the subway at Bremen station. German station subways are always incredibly busy. They're full of catering outlets, no shortage of places to eat. My train goes from platform 9, which is up there. That's not my train, that one's going to Hamburg, the other direction. I like it when you're in places where train stations still have departure sheets, where you can window shop all the possible trains. Well, that's a small train with a big locomotive. International cuisine. Chocolate muffin. Cheers. This is Köln Hauptbahnhof. Train arrived about 20 minutes late. No particular reason for the train being 20 minutes late.
Departure 2:17 p.m. Today from platform 7, directly opposite.
So this is Köln Hauptbahnhof station, which is directly opposite the cathedral, which was one of the few buildings to survive the bombing raid in the Second World War. And Köln Hauptbahnhof has about 280,000 people using it per day. It's the 5th busiest station in Germany. It has 11 platforms, of which 9 are long distance and 2 other local S-Bahn services. The station on this site was first opened in 1859 as a result of an amalgamation of 5 separate stations built by private companies, and it was substantially rebuilt in 1957 following World War II damage, and there was a lot of debate at that time as to whether to relocate it. I think the drivers just tested the brakes or something. One thing I say about the Germans is they certainly love big, impressive stations, and there's the cathedral. The station can be a bit of a bottleneck because a lot of intercity express trains have to reverse here. For example, if they're coming up the Rhine Valley and then going on to Hamburg or somewhere, or Amsterdam even. There are trains from here to the other Cologne station, the other station in Köln, but I'm going to walk because it's not far. I read somewhere that it's 400 metres, which I think is a slight underestimate, but it certainly doesn't take long. So we'll go down the steps. There is a clue on the lift. Just pause for a minute so you can see the clue. And this area is completely under the platforms, which seems to have been dug out to make this catering mall. Like that, slice it the Italian way. There's a traditional bakery. We'll leave the station, but we'll go up the cathedral steps and then turn to the left, and that'll take us to the bridge over the River Rhine. Hopefully. Well, it will. Have a quick look at that. Yeah. Nice guy. And let's go up the steps, which are also a station waiting room by the looks of it. And at the top of the steps we turn left. There's the station entrance behind me. So let's keep going before I get arrested for filming too many people. And you get a good view here of the trains. I don't often film myself walking because people don't really like camera shake. You can see the station behind me. It's a bit quieter here because you can't hear the station announcements. You just have to watch out for cyclists. Have patience, keep going, we'll find the bridge. You can't help noticing when you approach the bridge all these idiots that stick padlocks on it. Several tons of padlocks. Sorry, I shouldn't call them idiots because some of them might be watching this film. But the word idiot can be okay in a friendly sort of way. And the other station is just over the bridge, which is a clue as to why there were 2 stations built. Let's battle the crowds and walk to the other station across the bridge. side of the river is called Deutz. Before the bridge was here, there used to be a ferry across. And here is the other station, the other mainline station. It's really a suburban station, but it also has mainline trains. Köln, Messe, Deutz. Built in the middle of the 19th century to serve this side of the River Rhine before the Rhine was bridged. And I really love the domed design. The station has two levels. The upper level is for trains east-west and the lower level is for trains north-south. The station grew quite considerably as new lines were added, and it was significantly damaged in the Second World War, and the new layout was much simpler than before. Right, so let's go up the steps and into the station. The station does have a certain wow factor inside the dome, and there's the ceiling of the dome, and we're going to have the usual retail outlets, including them. It's actually quite a big station still, even though the design has been simplified. You see there's a train there to Munich or Mauchan at 1644, platform 11. A bit like Edinburgh Waverley, because platform 11 is next to platform 5, so that confused me. I'll explain in a minute why mainline trains use this station. Well, that was a good whistle, because the train is on quite a sharp curve. So the dispatchers are quite busy. Intercity Express trains started using it in 2002 because they need to relieve the bottleneck at Köln Hauptbahnhof station, which was exacerbated by the fact that trains have to reverse there, whereas trains come through here without the need for reversing. So they're actually quicker and they don't create so much of a bottleneck. And for many local people, it's probably as convenient as the Hauptbahnhof. I said earlier that it has 280,000 users per day. A lot of those will be people changing trains, not necessarily people from Köln. Certainly easier to film here, not so many announcements because there aren't so many trains. I discovered this train last year when I was coming back from Italy to Amsterdam on an Interrail jaunt. Well, the Interrail app gave me a schedule from Mannheim to Amsterdam, which involved changing trains here at Köln Messe Deutz. And the word Messe in the station title refers to the Cologne Trade Fair, and the station is sited in the site that's used for the Cologne Trade Fair. And you can see in the distance there the dome of the station entrance and the high-level platform. Shortly I'm going to get a train back to the Hauptbahnhof, I think. Although, as it happens, I'm staying at a youth hostel almost next to the station. A darker feature of the station's history is that between 1941 and 1944 it was used as the deportation centre for people from Cologne who were being sent to concentration camps. Graffiti Express. Well, I'm jumping on a train to the Hauptbahnhof so I can cross the bridge to show you that it can be done. Here we are, boarding the train now. Oh, next stop, Köln Hauptbahnhof. Here we are crossing the bridge. A bit easier than walking. Next station, Köln Hauptbahnhof.
Hauptbahnhof. Bitte achten Sie beim Verlassen des Zuges darauf.
Well, it's the rush hour, so there's plenty of trains across the bridge every few minutes, so I'm going to catch the next one back across the bridge. As I have an Interrail ticket, I could, in theory, go back and forth all day, but I'm not going to do that because I'm dying for something to drink or eat or both. I must admit, in Germany the takeaway food all looks more tasty and wholesome than it does in Britain. I've just seen another passenger reading a book for which you don't need a signal or to recharge your batteries. Not many people got on this train. I just realised this train's diesel. Probably there's step-free access here, that's good. Well, time to relax with a nice view. And cheers. Oh, there's a wasp on my leg. There we are, a nice nighttime shot of Köln Deutsch station. Here we go. Oh, that's lovely. Some intercity express trains go through Köln Deutsch without stopping, and there's an example of one heading for Köln Hauptbahnhof. This being one of the high-level east-west platforms.
Bahnhof, Ankunft 14:12 Uhr, heute circa 5